Now, everyone's worried about PSR, right? We're not going to be able to spend money in the summer. If we don't get Europe again, we're going to be struggling financially. Well, what if I told you that Villa have 2 players out on loan right now that I think have shown the potential to be absolute shoo-ins for first team contenders next year? And we are going to discuss both of them today. So if you are enjoying the content, leave a like, subscribe down below, notifications on so you never miss a thing when I go live, etc. Let's have a little chat about the new core of Aston Villa, maybe, possibly. Take it with a pinch of salt. There's a couple of key issues for Aston Villa right now. We only have one fully signed right-footed centre-back, and that is Ezri Konsa, who also has to fill in as a right-back on occasion. Well, more than on occasion, pretty regularly to be fair, because of Matty Cash's injury woes over the past couple of years. Yes, we have Axel Disasi, but if we're thinking that we might not be able to spend money, do we need to spend the money on Disasi when there could be a replacement already plying his grafty craft? Is that even a word? In League One. I'm going to pop some compliments about this young lad up on the screen. He's 19 years of age. It is Joshua Feeney. Let's have a look at his stats. Here we have Mr. Feeney himself. Like I say, currently playing for Shrewsbury Town. He is a bit of a specimen, 193 centimetres tall, putting him comfortably in the 6'3" to 6'4" camp. He is right-footed, does play as a centre-back, and there was a lot of hype around Josh when he did sign for Aston Villa. I'll try and throw a few little bits on the screen. He is still only 19 years of age. He will be 20 by the time the next Premier League season starts, and that is an age of a centre-back coming into his own, probably ready to see if he has the potential to reach and hit and break through that glass ceiling of elite European football. Now, in League One this year, an average match rating of 6.87. Again, you have to take it with a pinch of salt. You have to think about the team he's playing for, his first time playing senior football. And we've already had those tweets about him on the screen. He has played, blimey, I don't know what's going on outside right now. He has played 2,100 minutes, give or take literally 2 minutes. He's got a goal and assist in 25 games, 23 stars. Only the 2 yellow cards for the lad as well. No red cards for him just yet. You can see here, he is generally pretty consistent, hitting around the 7 mark, 6.7, 6.9. A couple of good performances in there as well. So, in League One this season, so season performance, again, this will be against other players in his position in that league. Again, attacking wise, he's got himself a goal. It's not exceptional, but then again, what are a centre-back there to do? Probably not to do that. Maybe in the Villa setup, when Austin McPhee gets his grubby little hands on him, perhaps he will get more goals. We don't. He has that height, that physical element. 1 assist as well. The pass accuracy, again, leaves a little bit to be desired. Only 10.7 percentile for that. But he is a young player, starting to get into his own. I mean, hey, what about this though? 5 successful crosses and 33% of them being successful puts him in the top 20th percentile for both of those stats. In terms of his touches, again, generally pretty decent for a young centre-back. Now, we're going to try and slightly gloss over his percentages this season. Again, what he's being asked to do for Shrewsbury. He's got 51% tackle success ratio. Again, we all know Diego Carlos for Villa this season had about 17% before we sent him off to Turkey. 60% of his duels he does win, and he wins 55% of his aerial duels. Now, that on its own, perhaps not the most impressive thing in the world. However, we have to look at his actual numbers here, and he has won 27 tackles, puts him in the top 20th percentile in that league. 160 duels won, top 30th percentile in the league. 93 aerial duels won. We know that the ball is pretty much played at about 20 to 30 feet most of the time in the lower leagues of English football. He's winning nearly 100 aerial duels this season, top 25th percentile for that as well. 37 interceptions puts him in the top 15th percentile for that stat as well. He is going to be a very, very good centre-back and one that Villa could utilise next season. But there's a player even more impressive than Mr. Feeney, who we need to talk about next. Now, with greatness comes, I need to think of a quote right now, European elite clubs sniffing round BOUBACAR Kamara, effectively. And we all know that that's been the talk. We haven't tied him down to a new contract. Apparently talks have been ongoing or due to start for the last sort of year. But as it stands right now, BOUBACAR Kamara is one of our best players. He's only 25, 26 years of age. He's in his prime. And you'd have to imagine that there's going to be some serious interest in him in the summer transfer window, whether it's going to be from Europe or inland in England. Rodri, perhaps, with the injury. City might look. So on top of that, you think of who replaces him, right? Amadou Onana is made out of loft insulation. You can pretty much just grab him and his hamstrings, etc., just tear apart. We've got Ross Barkley. Again, looked like a really, really good signing at the start. I was really happy about it, personally, once the camera focuses in on me right now. But again, missed a lot of this season due to injuries. He's 31 years of age. Is he going to be able to do it consistently? John McGinn just doesn't look comfortable in that heap. I've combined deep and sort of holding there. But that role. And Yuri Tielemans, again, can do it. But he needs someone to help him out, guys. Well, luckily, as you can see on the screen, one of Aston Villa's loan players, it has been said, has potential to be one of the best holding midfielders in a double pivot in the world. Let's have a look at Enzo Barrenechea's stats. Now that is, of course, very high praise for Enzo, as you can see on the screen, currently playing for Valencia in La Liga. He has an average match rating of 7. He's played nearly 1,400 minutes. He's got a goal and assist in 19 games, 16 of those games being starts. Now, this guy is really drumming up some serious hype in La Liga due to his consistent, great performances for Valencia. If we scroll down here, you can see why perhaps his stock has raised over the last 2 months. Yeah, a couple of, under 7s, but then you look at the rest of the performances here. In 32 minutes, he got 7.3, which is really, really impressive for me. 7.5, 7.5, 7.2, 7.6, 7.9. To get a 7.6 in a 3-0 loss, that's goddamn impressive. If we go back here, you can see, again, things didn't particularly start out fantastically for him. But recently, since sort of mid-December, as you're seeing there, he has just come into his own and really started flourishing. And again, it's been said that his potential as a double pivot is possibly world class. So if we look at his stats this season, again, maybe a per 90 would be a bit of a fairer reflection for him because he doesn't particularly get 90 minutes every game. But he has got a goal, an 85.8% pass accuracy. He's completed 654 passes. Again, to be in the top 80th percent of players in La Liga for passes in that position, that holding midfield / central midfield position, it ain't too shabby. 45 accurate long balls as well, 58% of them being accurate. 9 chances created for his teammates. I mean, have I just spoiled how great he is at defending? I might have. That's on me. 8 successful dribbles, 50% success ratio, 965 touches, and he's even won a penalty this season. But this could possibly be where that statistic or that prediction of him being a potential world-class holding midfielder in Lou comes from. 21 successful tackles this season. He's winning 60% there or thereabouts of said tackles. 86 duels won. He's won 60%, again, give or take, of his duels. On top of that, 24 aerial duels, 57% of them being won, and 17 interceptions. 19 games played in a holding mid-role in La Liga, such a technical, free-flowing league full of the world's best dribblers of the football. Only been dribbled past 8 times in 19 games. 186 centimetres tall. He'll come back to us 24 years of age, ready to hit his prime and ready possibly to lead Villa into battle in that holding midfield role. Possibly next to Kamara. If not, maybe it's his replacement and we make bank on Kamara as well. I don't want to see it happen, but we have to be real. But as always, I want to know your guys' thoughts down below. I know Duncan's already down there. He's commented. So you guys better get down there as well. And let me know what you think about Feeney and Barrenechea. Is it a pipe dream that these two youngsters can come in and help Villa next season? Or are we looking at the future?